Hello, friend. I want to tell you about the Renault Espace IV car. The Renault Espace is the forerunner of large European vans, and in many respects a benchmark in its class. However, previous models of this French car had a poor reputation for reliability. Has the current generation finally shed those negative connotations? The engine lineup is quite extensive, but some of the engines are plagued by serious faults, which primarily plague diesels, and unfortunately all of them without exception. In the entry-level 1.9 DCI engine, not only are the injection system, EGR valve, and turbocharger susceptible to failure, but crankshaft bearing failures are also common. The control electronics are also unreliable, and many high-mileage models develop oil leaks. Owners of the 2.2 DCI engine are plagued by very similar problems. I also advise against purchasing the Isuzu 3.0 DCI engine. It's one of the most unreliable designs ever installed in a Renault model. The cylinder liner collapses, creating a hole between the cylinder head and the engine block. Pressure escapes through this gap, entering the cooling system and forcing coolant out. This usually results in burnt-out pistons. The most recommendable version is undoubtedly the 2.0 turbo. The engine delivers quite acceptable dynamics with reasonable fuel consumption. The 3.5-liter V6 is also worth considering. While some cars with this engine have head gasket failure issues, the car with this engine also accelerates remarkably well and consumes around 14 liters per 100 kilometers. Considering its large capacity, this is a pretty good result. The entry-level petrol engine doesn't pose any major operating problems, but it definitely struggles to cope with a car of this size. Those with a more leisurely drive can also choose from a 5 or 6-speed automatic transmission. The front suspension of this model uses a traditional wishbone and McPherson strut setup, while the rear is a beam with trailing arms. As befits a French car, the Renault Espace received 5 stars in the Euro NCAP crash tests. The tie rod ends are also not particularly durable. Renault Espace III owners complain about the frequently malfunctioning hands-free card and erratic tire pressure sensors. The climate control panel and various displays are notoriously finicky. The lighting and clutch master cylinder also cause problems. Furthermore, the rear seats are removable and can be adjusted freely, even rearward facing. This is a fantastic and very practical solution. The vast number of spacious storage compartments and the generous interior space also deserve praise. Another significant advantage of the Espace is the high level of suspension comfort, which will be appreciated, especially on longer journeys. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe and rate my video. If you know of any issues with this car that I haven't mentioned, be sure to share them in the comments.